We are live here. Women's action at the Disc Days Cologne 2023. Gentle women taking on the under 20 women's team from Germany. Gentle will start on offense. They're at around midfield now, and a bailout shot that goes to ground and it's collected. Directing traffic. Gentle moving backwards now. And then up the line gainer. And they're put into the end zone for the first point for Gentle. Thank you everyone for joining us on that international, or English rather, stream. As we see the replay here. We are currently in the third round of Swiss draw. Gentle taking on Germany under 20. It's Germany's second game of the day. They have met their master contingent of Germany and lost 15-6 to them. So a bit of a shaky start maybe, but we'll see if they can clean it up going into the second game. Gentle, on the other hand, have lost to their national opponents Jet Set Live 10-3, and in their early morning game they won 15-6 over Frisbee Bears from Aachen. Germany now in the red zone already, putting a disc into space. It is close to the sideline, and with a big layout, player tries to connect with the disc, but it's always out in front. That was a very impressive show of body composure by the young players. One of the young players from Germany trying to lay out and still get that disc. But it was always a little deep, and this is the first break opportunity for Gentle. The line just put in the middle. Close coverage by the German defense, and that disc overshot. Germany now off to the races as the disc goes to ground again. And Gentle with the second opportunity to go up by 2 early in this game. Up the line again, and they're shooting it down the line as well, just in front of the end zone. We can already see people cheering, and now they have a reason to cheer as Gentle are up 2-0 on the German under 20 team. It's a break to start. 5 minutes in the game, and Gentle already looking like they are ready to go, give it their all in this Swiss draw round. See the point here, very open player. Seems like blown coverage or a miscommunication between the Germany defenders. So I already mentioned it's a Swiss draw for the women's division, as there are 13 teams in Cologne this weekend. Some last minute dropouts that prevented a good bracket to be created, and I actually love seeing the Swiss draw because you get tight matchups and good matchups each round, which will prepare all the teams here for their future endeavors during this year. Gentle coming out with a zone now. A 3-person cup. So a 3-3-1, I would believe. 3-person cup. 3 in the second row, and then 1 person covering the deep. Not a lot of pressures on the handlers, and the young German women are managing very well to move the disc from one side to the other. What they're not doing quite yet is connect with the second row, so good communication there on the gentle side too. Oh, and that disc is contested to put pressure on them as well. And what I was gonna say, and that disc was a bit too high up and will end up in Gentle's hands, and they're overshooting immediately. I would really love to see a quick pickup and just using that advantage that Germany had in the second, creating a one-on-one opportunity in the deep space. But they want to keep it simple and keep it clean. Bit of a miscommunication. Gives the disc back to Gentle. Beautiful inside shot. Comes down with it. Looks for an option. A very static stack. Very passive cutters. Good up the line. And they're using up the line space again and punch it in with using only a few meters on that near side on our screen. And I do think that looking at an under-20 team compared to a national team, a senior national team, covering those up the line shots is something that they can really adapt to, because it probably is the easiest throw in Frisbee. A throw just straight ahead, and it's really important to prevent that one easy throw. Every other throw will be caught by the wind, or you can contest in the break space, but it's crucial to not let your player go up the line. So we can see the line that just played having a little chat on the sideline, saying it's crucial to have people in the middle of the field and someone taking control over that space. And we will see how this line that actually doesn't really know what the people on the sideline just talk about can do that and try to get it. And there was a discussion about a call, but it seems like it was a clean defense. 2 defenders near that disc will give Gentle an opportunity to go up by as much as 4 points early in this game. Up the line, cut by Gentle, and that reset looked at it if it was a little far, but that's gonna be far this time around. So well collected in the reset space, but then overshooting the intended target just a little bit. And Germany quick to pick up. Belgium with Gentle with that zone right away, moving it laterally. Our Germany. Lateral movement working out well for the Germans. Oh, and a daring break shot that gets caught by the wind, and every effort to get it. Gentle with another red zone opportunity. A laser flick inside, but too many bodies on that break side for them to connect on it. Another flick into space, and that's a point for Belgium. For Gentle, rather. And a timeout called by Germany. And we'll be right back with you after a few messages from our sponsors. So a great start for Belgium. Probably not ideally what the under 20 women wanted to show starting this game off, but still enough time. 43 minutes left on the clock, 55-minute games today, 70-minute games tomorrow. We see the gentle cheer. And Germany under 20 also huddling up for a quick cheer before getting another opportunity on offense. Deep pull put in the hands of Hammocking. Gentle still working that zone, which makes a lot of sense because it worked so well for them in the previous 2 points, and Germany are well positioned in some of those open spaces, and they're off to the races now with a big gainer into the deep space. But a Germany player wasn't quite sure, wasn't quite aware of the Gentle player lurking, trying to get that defense in. Is Stoffels. Reset into space, well collected by the Gentle player. Another short throw and a big one going up now, hanging in the end zone and perfectly weighted into the arms of the Gentle receiver, giving Gentle a lead of 5-0. So it looked so much better from the German side after that timeout. They used the space differently and better. But they still have a lot to think about. There's different things that they will take with them from this game. Partly how to play against zone, but also to know where the defenders around you are, to actually attack the discs in order to catch it and to take advantage of your position rather than waiting for the disc to get into your hands, because then a defender can just slash right through like the Gentle player did on that last point. Germany. Again, gentle with that zone. Germany on offense. Getting little pop passes and are pushed to that near side on our screen. A hammer over the top. Beautifully put into space and a big gainer right away. Red zone possession for Germany for the first time during that zone play, and a low catch by Stoffels. One of the more experienced players on that Germany team. Looking for an option, finds one up the line, and that's just too quickly. Got so happy about seeing this open player as we see the layout here. Gentle. With an opportunity to get another break here. It looks like a lot of chaos there, and not really a person free until they find someone in the middle. Disc right back to the handler. And out into space for the defense, a run through block, and if she had caught that, it would have been a Callahan, and you know how much we love to see a Callahan. Also something the young player here can still learn, always catch your D. And there you go, the first point for Germany. They are on the board. A beautiful cut into the end zone. We see that run through block here, and could have caught that for the immediate goal, but they scored nonetheless. This is the first of many, hopefully many, goals for the German side. So Germany with their first showing on defense to start the game. It's actually not true. Gentle, we saw them in the first point. Gentle started on offense initially. First D point in a while. Some of those players on the D-line have helped out on offense. And that pull is out of bounds by quite a bit and will be collected at the brick mark. Still searching for the brick mark are Gentle, and looks like Germany are playing a zone of their own, as a lot of players are cramping around that space with the disc. Gentle seems like they know what to do against a zone. Hammer over the top as Germany did before, and moving to the other side, creating space laterally. Oh, and it seems to be very windy. Elbinger with that mack of the disc that nearly gave the Gentle player a chance. But hammocking to pick up and put it into space for the goal, and that's a break. Germany under 20. Hammocking, of course, someone who plays a lot of more Ultimate would know. She was added to the 3SB roster, team from the Czech Republic, to play the international season with them because her boyfriend, I believe, is part of the men's side of FUI, or 3SB rather. This year they're 3SB, so bit of a connection there. And she, one of the standout players for them. Beautiful put into space. Seems like she has already taken something out of the playbook of those 3 SB women. Another pole that has walked towards the brick mark. And you see some drone footage here to look at that German zone in precision. We see the 3 handler defenders, the second row of 3 people, and then 1 person going deep, always orienting at the different people and their positioning. And see, it's a bit windier than it was this morning, I believe, and Gentle using this quite to their advantage with some throws around and over the top. Looking red zone now with a big fake. Near side of the field now. Put it into the middle and that disc bubbled. And a break opportunity for Germany. Up the line, Gainer for Stoffels, and she's gonna put it deep. It's high and floaty. And a gentle body underneath, but a foul called by the player not involved in the actual defense, I believe. I already saw the signs for accepted. Oh, and looking at that replay here, we see there's 3 players involved in the play overall, 2 Gentle and 1 Germany under 20 player, and it seems like the contact came from the second Gentle player that ran through. And the disc will go back because body contact was initiated. But there was... the German player did not have the disc. They could have maybe had the disc if there was no contact. So I do think that it is a good outcome to send the disc back. But of course, that's just my personal opinion. And yeah, if you have a different opinion or you wanna share your opinion, you can always text in the chat. I will reply there, and if you want to talk to me and get involved, also do that. Let me know who you're supporting, as Germany are looking for another break, and that disc is high and floaty and will be coming up in German hands. I believe it's Pollmeyer with that disc. It was so many bodies underneath there, German as well as Belgian bodies, and it's not Pollmeyer, it's Bing Bing Zhang from Eintracht Frankfurt. They started playing in China. Started playing Ultimate in China. And it's their first season in the national team. Making herself known here for the German team. So the current score 5-3. Germany 3 points in a row here. seems like Gentle has to stop the bleeding now. They're with their zone again. Trapped on the far side. They're managing very well to move the disc quickly and use the middle, even though the middle should be covered by the under 20 players from Germany. Oh, sneaky put over the top for Gentle here. And they're moving the disc to the other side of the field and near the cameras now. As we switch back into drone coverage, you see them working it from one side to the other, and the German defensive players switching to matchup now, but are spread wide across the field, and a bit of a miscommunication will leave a player in the middle open to throw a break for the Gentle score, and they're back up by 3. So both teams playing a similar style of defense. I wonder if they want to maybe switch something up now and show a different look on the Gentle side, and maybe Germany have now, because maybe now Germany have found their rhythm against that zone, and playing the same zone again. Spreading out differently. Or Germany now with 4 handlers around the disc, 4 people in the back space, and 3 around, running around in the backfield, the downfield rather. Still enough room for the players to get some easy resets off. Good collection, and a disc that is overshot but finds the German hands anyway. Good recognition to get that disc, to secure that disc rather. And it seems like Gentle have now changed to matchup defense. Reset by Germany comes off their red zone, looking for an option but only moving backwards. So inside shot into space, a lot of space, air underneath it, and nobody around the disc to make that second effort that the player has to take as easy as possible. That disc looked like a bailout shot, and it's floating high, and she tips it just a little bit, and that gives her the perfect angle to attack it on the second attempt, turning her body around and getting that disc. So Gentle with a comfortable lead will walk the disc onto the brick mark. And Germany with that zone still, they put a lot of pressure on Gentle and managed to get 2 breaks in a row off of them. And it seems like it's a bit of a different structure than Gentle is playing it. But they're also doing very well to play against it, are Gentle. The diamond shape. And now they put into the end zone. It's floating long and too far as a German defender tried to catch up. And there's another break opportunity for Germany to try and minimize the difference. We'll see what their D-line offense can do as they're setting up in a horizontal stack. Hammocking. And a big shot goes up. Too far out in front, but I like that play. Isolating one player just up the line and having an immediate continuation into the deep space. And another defense that works out for Germany. Red zone opportunity now in isolation just at the goal line. Going around and putting that disc into the end zone for the score, and that's a break for Germany, the 3rd break overall. Maurer with the catch. Beautiful continuation in the right moment. All smiles.
What do you expect of the game? What do you expect of the opponent? What do you think? How will you perform?
Yeah, we're very happy to be here. I know Gentle from last tournaments, but I think they're quite a new team now, so we're very excited to play against them. We also have a very broad roster from experience of Ultimate, so I think
We saw Coach Anja Folbert giving a little interview there during the timeout. Or halftime rather, as Germany are now on offense again. Although they scored the point, it must have been timed halftime, which technically isn't in the rules, but the tournament can of course make the rules and change it if something doesn't work out. And since it's only 55-minute games, there is a potential that there's actually no time, no halftime at 8, because players might not even get to 8 points. So having a timed half, yeah, something you can definitely argue will make the game more even, as the team who started on offense, in theory, would have an unfair advantage that is kind of equalized by the team starting on offense in the second half. Even though in a perfect game, if you think about that a little bit and you have headspace for it, in the perfect game, the team that starts on offense will win a game, because it will always, if you always only trade your offensive points, you will start the universe point 14 and 14 with offense and get that throw, which will give you the benefit of the game. But back to this game, as Gentle with a magic-like second attempt grab are now in front of their end zone and going backwards. Bit of blown coverage here from Germany, and a hammer over the top into space and only into the hands of Joke Fass, who has some experience to their name. She's been part of the under-17 national team last year. Represented Germany in Poland. Big disc over the top. Germany under 20 at half field. Very static from the German side, and that disc into the hands of the Gentle defender. A run through block attempt that gets up on just shy, and here you go, another point for Gentle. 7-5 in favor of them, and they break right back after that halftime switch. So what started off to be a very one-sided match in favor of Gentle has now become a game of breaks to either side. Germany have made up some of the points, but not all. And especially since teams are playing Swiss draw, it's important to stay close to minimize that score difference, as this centering pass pops out of the intended target's hands, and Gentle with another break opportunity. And commentator cursed it a little bit, saying it's a game of breaks and a game of runs, as that disc is collected with a knee fall in the Gentle attacking end zone for the score 8-5 in favor of Gentle. Some different scores around the fields are Bodo and U20 Cologne are currently trading and equals at 5-5, and Seagulls are playing the Frisbee Bears, and their Seagulls are up 11-2 at the moment. The other pitches are not currently showing any results, because I don't think the current scores would be 0-0, even though it is windy. I don't think none of the other peoples have not made goals before. If you want to look at results all across the divisions, you can go to disc-days-cologne.web.app. You can find everything there. and stay up to date with all results during the tournament. Gentle again going up the line on the far side of the pitch, looking for an option, and finds it just in front of the end zone, hanging and receiving that disc. Argento disc hanging in the air and receiving it. Argento. And that's another break in favor of the Belgian side. What, in my opinion, is really important now is that Germany under 20 still keep their emotions up, give it their all, and find some individual positive takings from this game. Everything is still able to change. They have made it through some runs, and I'm pretty sure they have it in them to go in another run or two. Put in the middle. Bit of poaching, but generally a matchup difference from Gento this time around. Germany's coach Fulbert screaming for the stack to get active, and that disc only connects with gentle players, and again they are back running towards their opponent's end zone, up the line, and a beautiful continuation into the end zone for the score. They have really found their rhythm. Had a bit of a down during the middle part of this game, the early first half. But now up 10-5. Definitely in this moment the more composed side, but having national teams get together, and I do think it's the first tournament the under-20 national team is playing together. You still have to work on some little things, some chemistry issues, and I do think that we saw some beautiful things out of that young German team. They will only create better options for themselves as this tournament and their season together goes on. They will grow as a team and individually, and they can now take positive individual plays with them from this game against Gentle and the overall tournament. We hear some screams of home and away, which might indicate Gentle are playing force middle. We can also see that in a big layout for the German player, but that disc just always a bit too far out in front. Gentle looking for an option, going to the middle and the far side, but that disc just out too far in front. You can hear those screams again, which means Gentle are playing force middle, the active space, and then being in the middle of the field, and it's important to use the continuation as they come. Good read for Germany. Inside put. And another inside put that is bubbled and caught. Good composure by the young German player there, putting the disc back, and a slow continuation That might just be perfectly weighted with a big layout. Germany score, and that's exactly what they needed. Now, a bit of a hero move. I see an amazing replay here, leaving her feet. And Germany now on defense after so many points. Oh no. We'll see how the gentle O-line manages to have managed actually rather to keep their composure and not playing for a little while. Under 20 team back with their zone. Two handlers back. Now 5 people in the back space, 6 rather. 4 gentle and 1 pushing deep. Also very free hander set. Rather easy to connect with them. Disc over the top though now as they want to gain yards is connected with a German defender that'll give them a break opportunity. Hammocking. And a big put over the top that is floating for ages. Enough time for the defender to get there. But an overshot, a backhand to the open side. We'll give the disc again to Germany. We already know that play in isolation here, and the second isolated player will go back into the handler set to get that disc, but a defensive run through block because of better position for Gentleland. They're gonna look to this exact same player to get it deep. Red zone for them as slowly players are arriving, as is the mark. Losing yards to get a better position. Argenta now, and they're putting it into the end zone, and that is a defense from Germany touching that disc just enough. Loads of people running, not a lot of opportunities, and that disc touched by so many players, but only connecting with the ground. It seemed like a very high stall opportunity, high stall throw. Another big put into space for Gentle, and this time around that disc is perfectly put into the end zone. Just under 5 minutes left in that game. Gentle up by quite a big margin. So we see that point again. Up 11-6 as a timeout is called, and we will take a short break to give you a message from our sponsor. A timeout ending soon, just 3 minutes on the clock for this game here. Players just getting some motivational words from their coaches just before the end of that game. Gentle with defense once again, pulling very deeply to Germany, and that disc also floating quite a bit, but just enough. Oh, and a hand block. That disc blocked right after the release will give Gentle a red zone opportunity to go up by as much as 6 points, doubling the score. Looks for an option. A very static stack position for the Gentle side here. Back into the middle and around a high disc that is bubbled, but it seems to be contact. At least there is a discussion. Seems like people agreed on a turnover, and the disc, in my personal opinion, the disc looked like it was already out of her hands as the contact occurred. So Germany with another opportunity on offense, but that disc is just out too far into space. Red zone again for Gentle. Maybe they can generate more active cutting this time around and don't have to bail out themselves. Inside shot, overshot. Nice reset into the middle of the pitch, and a very deep stack with people with loads of space for the handlers to cut, and seems like a dominator set is played by just a few of the players. And that disc again floating out the side. a discussion about where to start and how to start. It's Germany with the disc in their hands, and time is actually over now. That point will be played, and as we have Cap 1 rules, 1 will be added to the highest score as a disc is put deep into the end zone in favor of Gentle, giving them the 12th point. So as time is over already, we have a game to 13. Whoever of the two teams will get the 13th point first will win this game. So it's either a 7-point run by Germany under 20 or 1 score by Gentle. Apparently it is not. Apparently the game is over because the time ran out during that point. Six points to Germany, 12 points to Gentle. Sorry about that bit of confusion. I'll sort it out for the next games, as we are back with some men's division action next. Family Ultimate, it looks like, are taking on Quijotes from Spain in just 10 minutes time. Thank you very much for tuning in and watching. I hope you enjoyed our coverage. There will be more coverage during this weekend of Disc Days Cologne. I've been Christina Obermeier, and I will be back with you soon.